And he's loose again. Edwards off the running. Punched it back down to Edwards. They hand it off to Johnson. Boise State has won. Right now. And they take a downfield shot. And the catch is made. It's Riley Williams. Still sitting free. Touchdown.
All right, everybody, welcome in to another edition of the Gridiron Uncensored podcast. And this is a special one tonight, a fun one that we're going to do to celebrate the end of the offseason. It's the college football team draft. It's time. We got some special guests here. We got Chris coming over from college football season, Jake from the OnRedshirts, and then Justin coming over from Updog Sports Talk. Great guys that we all talk to all the time on Twitter sphere. That's where we all met each other. It's a great group. So we're really happy to have you all on. How you guys doing tonight?
Great. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, doing great. Stoked to be on here.
Yeah, doing pretty good. Looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah. So some quick ground rules. It's going to be a standard draft. We're not going to do snake this year. We kind of did a test run last season, Trevor, myself, and Blake. Obviously, Blake's not on tonight. But we're like, let's just do like normal NFL fantasy draft, and we're just going to pick the teams, and it's all based on points. There'll be a graphic at the end that shows it all, but basically you get a point per win. You get 2 points per your if you win the conference championship game, 2 points for a bowl win. If you're going through the playoffs and you're racking them up, you can get 3 points per playoff win. And then if you win the Natty, you're getting 4 points. So this is a high scoring thing. We had a good time with it, tracking it through the season, and once you got into bowl season, it got pretty crazy with the shakeups. So like I said, we're going to do that. I've got a draft order. We're going to let these guys know real quick, and then as we're going to get into it, maybe get a little brief understanding of why you picked the team, and we'll just keep rolling on. Draft order. If you're ready, guys.
Let's do
Random,
it.
I promise there's no home cooking here. No home cooking. We got Justin is first. You lucky dog. Look at you. Trevor, you got second. Jake, Chris, and then I come in last. Brutal.
Definitely no home cooking there.
No, I mean you got a little bit. You got a little luck, but I mean, I got screwed over here. It's horrible, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Guys, what do you feel on your draft orders?
Hey, I'm stoked. I'm the number one pick.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I'm good with it. I mean, I'm number 2, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to not having the number 1 pick on our show, so it's
that's about how it is for me in normal fantasy drafts. Anyway, I'm always like back end of it for some dang reason. But all right, guys. Well, if you're ready, let's just go ahead and jump into it. Justin, you've got the first pick. Who are you taking?
I know pressure's on you. You know what? I'm going with the safe pick, guys. I'm going with the Georgia Bulldogs. With 3 road games on their entire schedule, there's no way this team is missing the college football playoff. I know I've got a playoff team locked in right at the beginning.
I figure it's gonna be one of those types of teams. I figured it'd be up there. So that's a good pick.
God bless it. That was not the pick I thought you were gonna do, Justin.
yeah, I'm really
back at the draft board already.
Oh man. All right. Well,
don't mess it up, Trev. Don't mess it up.
I'm gonna mess it up because I don't want to pick
Pressure's
this.
on.
I don't want to pick the team that I thought Justin was gonna pick. So I'm gonna skip them and I'm gonna pick the favorite for the ACC, and I'll pick Clemson.
There you go.
Oh,
Figure they're going to be up there too. I mean, there's a few, like there's at least 5 teams. I feel like everybody has an idea of their national title contenders.
Yeah,
for sure. And Clemson's absolutely one of them. All right, next up, Jake, who you got, buddy?
Well, this draft board is going crazier than I expected to.
I know, right?
I wouldn't have even picked Georgia in my first round. Just with how you're doing points. I mean, Texas is the easy one. You just let the 101 fall to the 3rd pick. I mean,
yeah.
Texas. I mean, Texas is going to make the playoff. I mean, that's
yeah.
I know that they have a tough schedule, but they probably have the most loaded, if not one of the most loaded, if not the most loaded, talented roster. They probably have the 2nd and 3rd best defensive players in the country. If it's not second and third, they're both top 5 between Colin Simmons and Anthony Hill. Michael Taft might win the Thorpe Award. I mean, that defense is going to be absolutely disgusting. It doesn't even really matter if Arch Manning is all that he's knocked up to be or not. Yeah. They're going to make the playoffs just based off that defense alone. I mean, that is just gimme. I think there's a chance that Georgia could potentially not make the playoffs in my mind.
If Stockton falls, it's possible. They still
only three road games, and there's no way they're losing all 3 road games.
Well, can't say never.
And this is why I poured up tonight, guys. Just a little.
Yeah, but those home games. I mean, and are you counting the neutral site with Florida?
There's this neutral site with Florida, neutral site with Georgia Tech. Those are in there, but still, I mean, 3 true road games. I'm not going to bet against that.
Love it, guys. Right. Love it. Chris, who are you rolling with?
Well, since it's all chaos, Chris, let's see if you add to the chaos.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I really thought I was going to be able to snatch UGA at that spot because I didn't. I know a lot of people are not high on them, so I was really thinking I was going to get them. And then the Clemson pick I wanted and Texas, so that screwed up my board. But I'm going to go Notre Dame.
Okay, that's a solid pick.
Then, they got the Texas A&M and then the Miami game, and then if they can just get through that, I could easily see a 12-0 season. I don't know if they will, but 11-1 is possible.
Yeah, I mean that's still a lot of points on the board for them. I agree. That's even like you said, if they don't pan out early, they've got room to run in the back end. I'm disgusted that I even have to make this pick, but I'm going to do it.
You doing
Penn State? I'm going to go Penn State.
That was a different state than I thought you were going to go with, but okay.
Well, don't say it. I guess I don't know. Save it. I mean, I know
think that might be the absolute
going
safest pick on the entire board. I'm going to be honest.
What'd you say?
Penn State might be the safest pick on the entire board because they have basically a 2-game schedule, and it's Oregon and Ohio State. And even if they lose both of them, they're still in the playoff.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of returning talent there, veteran quarterback.
Unless they absolutely screw up the season, Penn State should be there.
I mean, if James Franklin's will see.
He might James Franklin still. They might make the semifinals.
James Franklin all the way,
and they still have the ball with a chance to go down the field and win the game with less than a minute left.
Yeah,
and they almost played for a national title last year, and all they did was upgrade the receiving core that had 0 catches against Notre Dame.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
there you go.
I'm not.
That's
saying
a good pick for Penn State, though. I get it.
Keep an eye on it, guys. All right, Justin, you are back on the clock, my friend.
Round 2.
This is where it starts getting a little choppy.
I know this is so hard because I'm right in between 2 teams here. You know what? I'm going to go with Alabama on this one. I've got in my book the SEC champion already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the SEC champ.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He went He went back-to-back SEC. Damn.
I was not expecting to do that either, but they just felled me. I mean, Alabama's coming back, guys. Like this team is loaded with talent. Kalen DeBoer is really going to get things going. This team's just going to be hard to beat this year.
Yeah, it's a good one. Trev, you're next on the board, my friend.
I'm aware I'm next. I'm fucking aware.
Take your time. Don't get too down.
No, I know exactly who I'm going to pick because he took Alabama, which was going to be my pick. So the second one on my board is not one I'm really going to be a fan of, but it's going to be Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, that historically they're always winning 10 games or more, and then even with the new pieces, all the updates,
I feel like that one. I mean, like I said on the show just the other night, in my opinion, they have a Heisman candidate in the secondary in Caleb Downs. That, in my opinion, if all things were right in the world, he'd be in the candidacy, but it's not. It's an offensive world in the Heisman world, but I just think they have too much for most. And then there's Jeremiah Smith, who's a freak. And, I mean, there's just so much going on with that team. I just feel like they will at minimum be in the playoff, if not just completely run the table again.
Since 2000, since Jim Tressel took over in 2001, if you exclude the COVID season, do you know how many times Ohio State has had less than 10 wins?
I couldn't even tell you, to be perfectly honest with you.
Once.
Like once, maybe?
It's 3. It's the
Okay,
Jim Tressel's first season.
All right.
Jim Tressel's first season. The year after, or the year Troy Smith took over, they won 8 games. They beat Michigan as like a same thing like last year. They were like a 20-point underdog and beat Michigan. And then the Luke Fickell year is the only other one. And then COVID, they went 7-1, but that doesn't really count because they still.
I don't really count the COVID year in general.
They made the national championship, but with 7 wins. So other than that, if you go look at their year by year, it's actually absurd, even going back to 93, where they basically every single win column is 10, 11, 10, 11, 14, 13, something like that. They are always. Yeah. So when it doesn't matter who's on the team, they're going to win 10.
They're just there. They're going to be there. Yeah.
I made that point on our show too. I'm not that high on Ohio State, but I brought that up on our show that you just go look at the past. I mean, it's just 10 wins all the time. So,
I mean, I preach it all the time on our show. If you can't be consistent, well, Ohio State's been very consistent for quite a long time.
Yeah, Ohio State has 2 seasons ever with 7 or more losses. One is Luke Fickell, the other is 1897.
And I just want to point this out, just for anybody that's like thinking I'm just toting up Ohio State. I am not an Ohio State. I don't preach Ohio State over here. I promise. But you got to respect.
They also
consistency.
Probably have the 2 best players in the country between Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah,
I would second that 1,000%.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna pick somebody, at least pick the team that's got the 2 best players because they'll probably figure it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will.
All right, Jake, you're up next, my friend.
Yeah. We've cleared out the preseason top 6, so it might be time to start going in. Ohio State would have been my pick if it got to me. I am going to take Arizona State.
Okay.
I think Arizona State, I know that's Camp Scadaboo's gone. I think what people forget, though, is Jordan Tyson didn't play in that Big 12 championship game or against Texas. Jordan Tyson plays against Texas. I really do think they win. Jordan Tyson is probably the best receiver in the country. People don't talk enough about. Dude had 1,100 yards, and Sam Levitt was a redshirt freshman last year. Running back position is a little bit of a concern. I think the defense will do enough, and I think Kenny Dillingham is probably a top 10 coach in the country already. And the way he runs his program, the guys are going to fight for him. They're going to find ways to win. I don't know if they're going to be like a 10-win program, but I think that they can find their way back to the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. I like them a lot. In just Levitt in general, what he showed last year as a young guy, like you said, after a transfer, and he just lit it up. I liked his game. Chris, you're next.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm not that high on this team. I'm actually super high on them for 2026, but I love their schedule. I'm going Oregon Ducks. They got Penn State and Indiana, which is, right now, currently, as it stands, is the only 2 ranked teams on their schedule. So I like them to make the playoffs this year. I do know they have some question marks at quarterback, but I just like what Dan Lannon, and I love that the OC stayed another year. His name's escaping me. But yeah, I'm gonna go Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I've had my share of doubt on their offense at times, but I still think they can maybe backdoor into the playoff. If they don't even still run through the Big Ten. But we'll see. I've been hearing about it on the YouTube comments. So it's been fun. I'm a certified hater this season. That I'm just gonna stick to it.
I'm down on them too. So
yeah. Oh man, you guys are taking ones that I like here, and now we're getting into that, looking at the top 25 even of teams, and I don't want to put a lot of faith into them just because it's Brian Kelly, but I think I've got to do it and roll with LSU.
I knew it. God damn it.
I got to do it, man. Their offense should be explosive. I hope the offensive line holds up. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm gonna. I know. I get told that all the time. So I'm going to lean on the Raging Cage, or not the Raging Cages. That's another Louisiana team. That's a real Louisiana. I'm going with LSU Tigers. Jesus. And I've only had 2 sips, so let me make that 3. All right, Justin, you're next, my friend.
Man, this is a tough spot here. Yeah, this is where
Just
it
go
really
ahead and take
gets-
South
this is
Carolina
where-
and just keep taking the SEC teams.
No, I'm going to a different conference this time. Let's see here. I'm thinking I might go Kansas State. Let's go with the Wildcats.
Oh, wow.
Big 12
Okay.
favorites
All right.
according to Vegas. So I'm going to trust Vegas on this one and go with the Wildcats.
I like it.
Okay. All right.
And we get to see him real early too here.
Could
real
get
soon,
heartbroken
guys.
this weekend.
Yeah, no, yeah, it could be over this weekend, or I'm in a great spot. Couldn't find out, but either way, we know this team's solid enough to at least give me a good 8-9 wins. This isn't going to be a pick that's going to destroy my season.
Yep,
I agree.
absolutely.
All right, Trevor, who you going with, man?
God bless it.
I know. Take your time, figure it out, man. This is where it gets real choppy.
It does. Do I take the risk of who I picked to be in the ACC championship?
I know.
You know what? No, I'm going to go with somebody that I think is going to sneak on the back end of the playoff rankings, and I'm going to go with Miami.
All right. I was wondering when they were going to go.
I would have kept them off my board completely.
Well,
the reason is there's always a top 10 team that finishes the season unranked every single year.
Probably them. I'm not
it's
gonna lie.
Probably Miami. You've got all new
You might
wide
be
receivers.
right, Jake. You might be right, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Carson Beck did not look good last year. There's a lot that changed
he
on
didn't.
that team. You lost your running back with Damian Martinez. I'm scared.
I have another flyer because I consider Miami being a flyer, even at the third pick here. It's still a flyer for me, but I got another flyer waiting in the wings. Just in case.
I can't wait to see that one. Jake,
I have an idea who it is. I can't wait.
Yeah, Jake, you're up.
I'm going to take Illinois here. Illinois has an incredibly easy schedule because their only two ranked games are Indiana and Ohio State. So even if they lose to Ohio State, they might take Indiana. Other than that, I mean, you've got USC at home, Washington on the road, Duke, I guess. Darian Mensah could be an interesting one of there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of – you look at that schedule, and there's no reason they shouldn't have 9 wins. And if they get 10, they're probably sneaking into the playoff.
And I said this on the Big Ten. I think they're going to get dog walked by Washington. I think they are going to get rolled.
I know.
They might. Damon Williams is a dude. But Illinois returns, I believe it's the third most production in college football this year. That defense is stacked. Brett Bielema knows how to do defense. Luke Altmaier is good enough to make some plays. Wide receivers, a little bit of concern. Josh McCray transfers to Georgia. There's a lot that could be there, but I think the defense will do enough. And I think if they beat Indiana, I think they're going to be undefeated when they play Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really interesting season. I've seen a lot of people doubting Illinois. Trev, one of them. But they said there's still stuff to like on it. It's just can they really maintain that production from the wide receivers they lost. And another team we'll talk about them, I'm sure, later, that's kind of in that same mold. Chris, you were up.
I think since I took Notre Dame and Oregon, I can afford to go with a risky pick here, a sleeper of mine. I'm going to go the team that I have in the Big 12 championship game, not winning it, Utah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my sleeper team of the year, and I didn't want to grab them this early, but I was deathly scared when y'all were going to get them before I got my turn again. And I don't know if you guys are as high on them as I am, but I am.
I am. My Big 12 championship game has them in it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah.
And Jake already got my pick at. I wanted Arizona State first, but I was like, well, I'll just go with the team I think is going to play them.
Yeah. I like what they have a lot, and we'll see what Dampier does, but that could be a really dangerous pick. You guys are picking all the ones that I've got on my list. I've got knocked off here. I kind of want to do it, but I'm afraid to. But you know what? I'm gonna lean on it and just take a flyer. Georgia Tech. We'll see what happens. I've got them playing in the ACC title game. I don't think they're going to win it, but I think they'll get there, and we'll see if they can maybe slide
I already said
in.
this year that Georgia Tech will beat Georgia. I think they get them back this year after their 8
It's bound to
overtime.
happen at some point.
I think I think between Justice Haynes and Haynes King, I think they're going to be able to do it this year. I think this is finally the year Georgia Tech gets over that hump.
Yeah.
As someone that has Georgia, I'm more worried about Georgia Tech than Florida.
As a Georgia fan, I'm more worried. These last 2 years has given me a heart attack.
Oh man, that game last year was insane. Justin, you're next on the list. What are you taking?
Ooh, I didn't expect to get them on this show. I'm going to be going with the Michigan Wolverines. I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm expecting the defense to be strong, and I was actually talking to Jake a little bit before the show here. I'm a huge fan of what the schedule sets up as. Like, this schedule sets up to really give them an opportunity for even a potential playoff run. Their offense is barely capable, but it doesn't have to be that capable to stack some wins.
That offensive line scares me, though, especially you already lost some depth today as well.
Yeah, that
one hurt.
5-star tackle.
That one hurt.
We'll see how the O-line does. I mean, at least now there's going to be some passing threat. That takes some pressure off.
Somebody's got to catch the ball, though. Is Samaj Morgan still? Are we still all going to have more receiving yards than Samaj Morgan against Ohio State combined?
I think McCauley will actually do something.
Yeah,
I feel like he'll come in as the veteran wide receiver and he'll get it done.
It is a lot of unknowns. I'll say
there's
that.
a ton of unknowns on the offensive side of the ball, which is why I'm not picking them. By the way, I wasn't planning on picking them. I was just going to avoid it altogether because I feel like that's going to be like jinxing my own team.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with them. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, and the defense should be stout. Trev, you are next on the list.
And here's flyer number 1, Washington.
All right. I dig it. I think a lot of people are liking what their offense brings to the table this year. Especially
I wouldn't have taken this early, but I do like that pick. Williams is such a wild card. Everybody likes him at how he did last year, but we've seen that trend before. Miller Moss did the same thing when Caleb Williams came in. Jackson Arnold did the same thing. So we've seen guys go in and perform well in bowl games and then absolutely do nothing that year. So,
and really to kind of say to that, Jake, is it's not so much I have faith in him. I have more faith in Jed Fish making that work than anything else. I like Jed Fish as an overall coach and what he does with the programs that he's been at, going back to when he was a coordinator at Michigan all the way to when he was at Arizona State, and I like what he's doing there at Washington too. So,
I like that schedule.
Yeah, the schedule is nice.
Schedule too. Mark my words, because they get Illinois, Ohio State, and Oregon coming to Husky Stadium. They're going to get one of the three for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think people realize how impressive last year was, considering they lost like 21 out of 22 starters to transfer portal, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they got torn up.
7.
Yeah,
they did not have a single first or second team offensive lineman back last year.
Yeah,
and they went to a bowl game. I mean, that's super impressive.
Yeah, I think Jed took a lot of flack for leaving Arizona, but even like bad flack, like saying he's a horrible coach and all that. What he did at Arizona in first year with Fafita was I loved it. So if he can do that same with another talented quarterback, all right, watch out.
I agree.
Jake, you're up.
I'm going to be the first one to dive into this, and I'm going to take Boise State.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you are. You are definitely nice. I like it.
If we're talking about getting points for going to conference championship games, winning conference championship games, making a playoff game, I know Ashton Jeanty's gone, but this is still a very talented Boise State
team. Yes, indeed.
Very talented team. They still could make a run. They have Notre Dame on that schedule. Other than that, they should be favored in every single game. And I think that 11-1 is surely in the cards.
Yeah, I can see them definitely getting the playoffs again. People have been doubting just because you lose the running back, but they've still got a veteran quarterback. They've got plenty of talent. Watch out for Boise State.
Absolutely.
Chris, you're up.
So I'm glad he took that pick because that gave me the chance. I want to take my team that I'm at. We're doing our playoff prediction show Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead and take the G5 team I have in the playoffs and the current favorite in the Sun Belt, James Madison.
Okay.
There you go.
I really love the head coach there. He came from the FCS ranks. I'm a big FCS guy. I watched him at Holy Cross. I think he does a phenomenal job. And then they added, God, his name is escaping me, the quarterback from UNLV. That had they added him along with the other quarterback who actually, he had a pretty good year himself. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with them because I think they're gonna be the G5 team in the playoffs.
There you go, and maybe I'll do it too since we're taking a run on them. And I don't want to lose them, but I think I'm gonna rock with Tulane here and just gonna say just go with it, man. We'll see if Retzlaff coming in a short order can do it, but I like this team a lot. Still, I know they lost pieces, but I trust the coaching staff and what they bring to the table. So to hell with it. We're running Tulane.
All right, nice.
All right, Justin, you're up.
This group of 5 run is hitting deep here. Okay, I got to take the second group of 5 team on my board now. The Navy midshipmen.
That's a great pick.
I actually am going with a bold prediction here. I've got Navy in the College Football Playoff. I'm going to go with a scenario where Boise State gets upset by Air Force week 3-4 of the year. That's been traditionally a tough place for the Broncos to play, and I think that opens the door for Navy going 1-11 to make the 11-1 to make the College Football Playoff.
1-11, they throw them in.
Please don't,
just because we support the troops. Damn it. We support it. It's about time. Oh my gosh. No, I dig that pick. That's so much returning production. So much. Quarterback. It's going to be a dangerous team.
Yeah.
Trevor, you're next, man.
Should I follow suit and just go with my group of 5 teams?
Hell not. I mean, this
draft is taking so I'm going to go with the Memphis Tigers.
All right.
I've always liked them. I've liked them a lot the past few years. But last year, they kind of disappointed me a little bit, didn't follow through, didn't finish a few of the games that they needed to. But I think that they're going to get over the hump this year and be the representative for the group of 5.
I'm curious how they're going to do because they are replacing their quarterback, Seth Hannigan, who is like the career leader in basically every pass.
Everything,
statistic. They brought in a couple guys, but I don't know if any of them are going to be quite the level of Hannigan.
I don't think they'll get to that level, which hopefully that means that everybody else will step their game up a bit more and not rely so heavily on him. But we'll see.
Yeah, we shall.
I mean, outside of the guys that we've already picked, I mean, I don't really got nobody else.
We're just throwing darts at a board here now. Jake, you are up. Where are you going to snake in here? I think you might have a sneaky good pick lined up.
This team, I think we got a lot of value here, especially in round 5. I'm going to take SMU because SMU brings Kevin Jennings back. RJ Maryland is the tight end. He missed most of last year. He is a dynamic. We actually considered him one of our preseason All-Americans because he is just that dynamic and can be a playmaker for Kevin Jennings. People were sleeping on SMU because of how bad that Penn State game was. People also forget that on the very first drive for SMU, Kevin Jennings missed a wide open receiver in the end zone that I don't think it would have changed the game. I think Penn State still wins, but we view that game a lot differently. If Kevin Jennings hits that, actually, he could have ran for the first down, but he had a wide open receiver in the end zone, misses him. I think it's viewed a little bit differently if they score and get up early there rather than the wheels fell off. Kevin Jennings threw multiple pick sixes. Yeah, I think that this team can still be pushing for a playoff. The schedule is actually easier than people think. They have Clemson, which they didn't have last year. They have Baylor, which could be a difficult game. They have Miami, which I already talked how I think Miami's not going to be very good. I think they're going to beat Miami pretty easily. I think Louisville's the game to watch out for on that schedule rather than Miami because I think Louisville could be that one. But SMU made the playoff last year. Yeah, they know how to get there. They proved it first year at a Power 4 level. They can do it. They made the ACC championship game. I don't see why they can't push for 10 wins again.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe get those big game jitters out of the way. And it happens to me on College Football 26 all the time. You get behind a little bit, you get out of the way you play, and you just start throwing pick sixes left and right. Trevor knows about that too. So we'll see how SMU fares this season. But I do like that tight end room with Hibner as well. Chris, you're up next.
I've been sitting here thinking this whole time, and I still can't figure out who I want to pick. Oh my God, it's down to 2 teams. I'm gonna go another sleeper. I'm gonna go Iowa. I think
that's a good
Good pick. That's a great pick.
That's a
I
good pick.
love the FCS quarterback they had. I watched him for 2 years. I root for Montana in the FCS, and I've had to watch him last couple of years destroy that team. Yeah, I just really like him as a quarterback, and I think the offense is going to be a lot better. I know we've been saying that for years with Iowa, but you did see a little bit of improvement last year. Not a lot, but you saw a little bit. So, yeah, that's a team I really could see them, getting into the playoffs as a sleeper.
Iowa made the jump
that
up
was
72nd in scoring offense, which is actually like an insane jump. I know 72nd doesn't sound great, but when you were 132nd to 72nd, you jumped up 50 spots. All they got to do is jump up into the top 40, and they're probably a playoff team.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of room to run for Iowa, and their defense is going to be good. We know it's going to be good. You finally give them some break with at least it's a competent quarterback, and there's room for this team. We talked 10 wins, maybe, and that would be something to see. Where could they maybe backdoor into the playoffs if
replacing Caleb Johnson is going to be the big question. Replacing a 1,500-yard back. Usually you just don't have them sitting on the shelf, but Iowa always seems to find a running back, so it's not too big of a concern.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And here I'm kind of left. I don't know, scrambling is a word. I guess I'm on the board here, but there's some teams out there that I like that are still out there. Big 12 side, ACC side too. Maybe I'll take Louisville here. I think I'm going to do it. I think that's what I'm doing. Yes, it is. I got to talk myself into it, but yes, we're going Louisville. My board is ragtag bunch, but by God, I'm kind of digging it. We'll see. Louisville, I need you to step up. I need you to. I need the help.
Louisville is a great pick, especially because of Isaac Brown and Duke Watson. So Duke Watson averaged 9 yards a carry last year, and Isaac Brown averaged 7 yards a carry, both as true freshmen.
Yeah.
So if they can keep doing that and Miller Moss can play basically at the level of Tyler Shuck, I mean, why can't they make the playoff?
Yeah, we talked about it that maybe Miller Moss got a bad rap the way, this career ended at USC, and I thought he was pretty solid. So we'll see how he does here, but I think this is a team that can really, make some noise in the ACC. I don't have them win, going to, conference championship game, but they'll be right in that same echelon. So, Justin, you're up next.
Man, after Jake's pick, I had my top 2 in my mind on my board, and then they just went off the last 2 picks. So you know what? They've been falling here a little bit. I think we're a little bit down on them because of the injury to Joyner today. But you know what? This is still a really good roster and a really good team. I'll go with the Texas Tech Red Raiders here.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
I still quarterback situation, their talent that they have, what they brought in from the portal, if it all meshes.
That money they spend in.
Yeah. Hey,
that defensive line couldn't stop anybody last year, and they basically rebuilt it with bringing in Lee Hunter from UCF, David Bailey from Stanford. They should be able to get after the quarterback. They should be able to stop the run on that interior this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like what they bring to the table here. Trev, you are up next.
I got 3 teams written down, and none of them got picked. So I'm just like, well, shit.
Go with
either that makes me smart and ahead of the game, or very dumb for not picking. Never mind. You know what I mean.
I hear you.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with my flyer for the ACC, and that's the Pitt Panthers.
You son of a gun.
I knew that was coming. I knew at some point you were taking them.
Yeah. I was surprised I got this far without taking them, but I was like, well, I'm not going any longer without taking them.
I was holding them for my last pick.
Oh man, no, that's when we did the preview shows. I shocked me initially when he said it, but I'm like, you know what? This is a team that could actually do something, especially if they stay healthy. I like Holstein a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Holstein. I think Desmond Reed is the best all-purpose back. When you talk about legitimately all-purpose, because he can catch the ball out of the backfield. We had him as our all-purpose preseason All-American. My concern, and I said this in there, is Pat Narduzzi's going to lose 4 games. He always does. He's always going to. Doesn't matter how, he's going to find a way to lose 4 games. He's not going to make playoffs, but that team will be good enough to potentially compete.
Yep, I agree. Jake, you're up.
I am going to go with Ole Miss. I'm going to take a flyer here. Austin Simmons there. Hey, I got my pick stolen, so you get yours pick stolen too.
Oh, man. I knew
I got mine stolen, so I just got to steal somebody else's. I don't have an SEC team. I waited till now to pick an SEC team, I believe. If I'm looking at never mind. Texas.
No, you got Texas, brother.
Yeah, I've got Texas. Yeah, I've got the flyer.
It's still not normal. I don't care if they're in the S. It's not normal. Okay.
Still doesn't feel.
No,
real.
it isn't.
It doesn't feel real.
So I'm going to take Ole Miss. I think Austin Simmons, the flyer there. Lane Kiffin just knows offense. The fact that they had top 5 offense and top 5 defense and didn't make the playoffs last year
everything.
Year felt like it should have been the year. This year, if they can get through if they can beat LSU somehow, if they can find a way to beat LSU, this team is going to be flirting with the playoffs the rest of the way. They have a really weird game in the middle of the season against Washington State. Middle of October, they host Washington State. But then they've got Georgia, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Florida. A couple are mixed in there to finish out the schedule. And you just got to find a way to get to 10-2 Lane. Don't lose to Kentucky in the middle of the year who's got 4 wins. Don't lose to Kentucky and you're in the playoff, bro. Just find a way to not lose to the worst team in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, if he can just get out of his own dang way, good Lord, the talent there, we'll see what happens with him. But that's a good pick down this far, too.
That is a good pick.
Chris, disappointment, I know. Who are you taking now?
Man.
Have you had time to recover?
Not really, because golly, I wanted that one so bad. Because I love Austin Simmons. I want to say I think the Walk On podcast is extremely great. I just listened to all their preview shows here recently. But if you see a 1-star review and it just says Ole Miss, it's me. Nobody leave a 1-star review. Yeah, I wanted Ole Miss. God, I love Austin Simmons. I'm gonna go who we have on our show picked I think 3rd in the Big 12. This team makes me nervous because I don't like the defense, but I love their
better
offense.
not.
The Baylor Bears.
Motherfucker.
I don't like the defense. The defense really
coming. I was just waiting for it. I had them circled. Right below Pitt was Baylor, and I was going to grab them too.
Oh, that was
I was deciding between Baylor and Ole Miss. I made up my mind Ole Miss, and then he got them. Yeah, I just love that. If they get the defense a little bit better, it could be a good season.
Well, there goes my pick. I've been sitting here waiting this whole time. I'm like, oh yeah, they're right there for.
They're falling through me.
I don't have to prepare myself. Which come on, Brennan, do better. 6 Ps, prior performance, and all that shit. All right, golly. Well, I guess I'm gonna go with somebody that if the way their schedule is set, and things maybe fall right for them, they could have a pretty big season. And maybe swindle their ways in. We'll see. I'm going with Missouri.
All right.
There's room for running. I don't know, man.
I've said that I think Bo Pribula has the highest ceiling and lowest, the biggest gap between ceiling and floor of every quarterback in the SEC because we really don't know what he could be. He's got that little Johnny Manziel-ish. He's mobile. How accurate is he going to be? I think he could be a 10-win quarterback. I also could think he could be a 5-win quarterback.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what I get there. But I don't know. Just the way their schedule sets up. And, it all just depends on how some of these teams shake out. And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Justin, Missouri doesn't hit the road. They don't hit the road until midway through the year. That is ridiculous.
It's like October or something like that.
I'll say, gentlemen, we were coming down to the last round here. And there's still some teams off the board or on the board that I'm surprised maybe haven't been taken yet, even from myself. But it's just I don't know. It's crazy. We'll talk about it maybe at the end of the show here. Justin, you're up next. Who you picking?
Man, that one hurt though. Oh man, I thought they were going to follow me there, but you know what? Okay, we're going to go with the Matt Rule Nebraska Cornhuskers.
That was one of the ones I was thinking.
Year 3 usually is when his teams take a big jump. This has been a cursed program, so this is a really risky pick. But in the end, like, I'm going to bet on Matt Rule here. I think he can get it done. The schedule isn't too bad, but that definitely, I have my two teams kind of against each other. So I'm kind of like, on one hand, I'm kind of hurting myself in that week 4 game, but on the other hand, I'm kind of, one of those two teams wins and is in a good spot. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll see how that goes.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about, I think Josh Pate picked them today to make the playoffs. So I mean,
I think he did. Yeah.
I'd have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure. So you might have a hell of a pick there in round 7 if he's right. Trev, you're up.
I am picking this team. I don't know why, but I hate this coach. I'm really not a fan of this coach, but I absolutely love the quarterback. I love Sellers. So I'm going to go with South Carolina.
Yeah. I was wondering when they were going to jump off the board. I was between them and Missouri, and I took a gamble.
They got a rough schedule, and I don't know how they're going to navigate it necessarily, but I at the last pick of this last pick, might as well give it a go.
Oh, man. Jake, who are you going with?
I am probably going to go off the wall here. I'm probably going to surprise some people with this one.
Or not, if you're going to make somebody upset.
I don't think I'm going to make anybody upset with this one because I don't think anybody is even considering this one. Fuck it. Let's go. Minnesota.
Oh, shit. I was going to wow.
I'm going to go with Minnesota.
I thought you were going to go Duke, honestly, because of Mensa and everything like that. I thought you'd go Duke.
This is a flyer, and I was trying to count. It seems like there's been a bunch of Big Ten teams taken. Coy Parrish, I think, is the second best safety in the country. He just is an absolute ball hawk. They're going to play on both sides of the ball. I don't think they're going to have to rely on Drake Lindsey. Has not really thrown the ball like ever. I think he has like 3 career pass attempts or something ridiculously low. But Darius Taylor, AJ Turner, Cam Davis, they're going to run the absolute shit out of the ball. They're going to go straight up everybody's gut. And I think the schedule will afford them enough. It gets tricky in the middle of it. And there's a lot of, we don't know. It's the Nebraska, it's the Iowa, it's the Wisconsins, which we don't know what we're going to get out of them. But starting the season, Buffalo, Northwestern State, Cal, Rutgers. That's 4 straight wins. They should be.
Yes. Yeah.
They go at Ohio State, which I'm not worried about because they're taking them round 7. Purdue, and then you get Nebraska at home, at Iowa, Michigan State. Like, there is a world where Minnesota has 1 loss entering November.
Yeah. I don't think
it's a really high chance, but there's a world out there that exists that Minnesota gets it together. And then by that point, I would hope Drake Lindsey has started to get some confidence and the passing game is starting to come together. Because then they get Oregon, Northwestern, Wisconsin. Like, there's 2 ranked teams on the schedule. It's Oregon and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Preseason, granted, they're both top 10 teams, but I think the defense will be enough to keep them in a lot of these games. The running backs will do hopefully enough. There's a lot of depth there. They've got, I think, combined between all the guys, there's something insane, like 5,000 career yards between all of them.
Yeah.
So they can run the ball. Just can they pass it enough? And can they just let Coy Parrish play quarterback?
Yeah, exactly.
I like that pick, though, man.
That's a good pick, though. That's definitely an off the wall pick. It was not one that I had in my brain that you were going to go with, to be honest.
Yeah, I dig it, though. Chris, you're on the board, man. There's still some big names.
There's some decent, some really good teams out there.
I mean, there's like big names still sitting out there in the SEC and in the Big Ten even. Who are you taking?
I think I'm going to shock some people. Well, I think I'm going to shock some people with this. I got to looking at my list. I am an SEC boy, and I have 3 Big Ten teams. Notre Dame, it's up north too. And I'm not liking that because I love my SEC.
Because the North runs football now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And,
welcome to the new era, man.
The championship runs through the North.
Last 2 championships are all North teams. Both
that's right.
Winner and loser.
Yeah. I know. But I can't leave the show without at least taking one SEC team. I really hate that it's this one I'm taking. I'm taking the Florida Gators.
Oh, okay. That's a solid pick, though.
I do.
If Lagway can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's my thing. I understand the schedule is extremely hard. I'm really high on Lagway, but this is all assuming Lagway will stay healthy. I think the run game is going to be really good. I love the O-line. I think the defense is going to be really good. The D-line is going to be really good. I really like this team if they stay healthy. That I know that's a huge if. And yeah, we don't lose points for losses, right?
No.
It goes
The fact
sideways.
they play 4 top 10 preseason top 10 teams is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
It is.
Yeah,
I feel like I have enough wins on my board that if that one goes sideways, I'll be all right. But I just couldn't leave without one SEC team, and y'all took all the good ones. So
no, I hear you. It's gonna be an interesting season for them, but I think they're still a very talented roster. Well, yeah, I guess this is it for me. This is the end of the road.
Final pick.
Oh, what am I going to do? I don't like the pressure, but I've got to do it for the fans.
Who's going to be the Mr. Irrelevant of this draft?
Yeah. Oh man, I am going to do with somebody that Trevor mentioned not too long ago, a team that I really like in the ACC. Yeah, and I feel bad about some of the teams we've left off, but I'm going with Duke. I like Mensa. I like what they got going on for them. And you look at their schedule. I know that they played Georgia Tech and Clemson in the middle there. They do have Illinois as well early, but the rest of the way, I can see some clear movement and running room for them. We'll see what Mensa does, but I'm going with Duke.
I like that pick. My only concern when we looked at Duke earlier this year is the receiving core is iffy.
Suspect. Yes.
Suspect's a great way to put it because there's not a lot of experience, or there's guys like Andrew Anthony has played a lot of years but doesn't have a lot of catches.
Right.
Yep.
So are we suddenly expecting him to be a wide receiver 2 on a team that you're hoping goes 8-9 wins, or how are they going to find guys to catch the ball? That'd be my biggest thing. But I think if they can figure that part out, that Duke could be an absolute threat in the ACC.
Yeah, for Andrell, I think he really showed what he can do, but then the injury, hurt him and maybe set him back. But it's been a minute. We'll see if he can get in. If he sets off, then okay, I feel a little bit more confident. But I agree, it is a question mark. So it's kind of a gamble. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah, well, that's the picks, guys. I think that was fun. That was a good time.
That was awesome.
A lot of teams out on the board that didn't get picked, like Texas A&M, USC is another one. Iowa State. There's teams out there that they're just kind of hanging around, like, dude, what the hell just happened?
I thought about USC, and then I remembered who coached them, and then I said, never mind.
I'm not a Lincoln Raleigh fan, so
I'm not either.
It's already bad enough I got to root for the Gators now.
Dude, I'm a Michigan fan, and I got to pray that I want Ohio State to actually win. Good Lord. What am I doing to myself?
That's probably the worst of them all.
Oh, my goodness. All right, I've got the image ready, Trev. If you want to throw it up,
yeah, let's go.
I hope I got it right. I'm pretty sure I did.
I'll check,
but we'll double check afterwards and make sure it's good. But either way, favorite pick. Maybe we'll do that down the line. Justin, obviously, you got some big dogs in the beginning there. Who's your favorite and least favorite pick out of the 7?
My least favorite definitely is Nebraska. That one's my risky one for sure. I like that. I don't know. It's hard to pick between my top 2 there because I feel like I got the SEC champion now, one of those 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, other than a crazy year out of LSU, those are like 9 of the last 10 SEC champions right there. So I know I've got a team that's going to be in position for the national title race, and then Texas Tech and Kansas State, we don't know what's going to happen to the Big 12, but at least I got 2 teams that have a good shot.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Trev, what about you?
There's only one team on this list that I am questioning myself, and Jake said it. There's always a team in the preseason top 10 that does a plummet, and I probably picked them in Miami.
We'll
I probably
see.
picked them.
And obviously, first round
We'll
pick's
see.
probably your favorite, right? I assume that for everybody.
Yeah, my first round pick was a no brainer because I mean there is no one that comes close to the talent level that Clemson has.
Yeah, Jake, what about you, man? Least favorite?
Yeah, Ole Miss for me. I'm excited for what they are, but I also think Lane Kiffin. You just don't know what you're going to get, but I think there was a lot of value there in the 6th round. But it also wouldn't shock me if we come back here at the end of the season they're 7-5.
Yeah. Chris, what about you, buddy?
I mean, it's got to be Florida.
Yeah. I think you're obligated to say that as well.
Yeah, like Jake mentioned, I think he said 5, top 25 or however many teams they play.
4 top 10 teams.
Yeah, it can go. I could see 5 and 7. 4 and 8. Yeah. It could all go completely off the rails. So that has to be my least favorite.
Trev, you mind throwing her up there one more time for me?
Yeah,
I gotta look at what I got. It's a beautiful team. It really is, but I don't know. I'm scared about the Missouri one. I feel a little bit more confident about the rest, but Mizzou, we'll see what happens there. I even Duke in 7. I kind of like them, so we'll see. But guys, that was a fun show. I really appreciate everybody coming on and doing it. Oh, my bad. Any other, I guess, teams that we missed out on before we shut it down that you just like, how did we forget them?
I have one in the SEC.
Who?
And it's only my personal one because I think that they are like the super uber dark horse of the SEC right now, and it's Auburn.
Yeah,
I know there's
no one's really talking about them. They're flying super underneath the radar, and I think that they could come out with a really strong season because they had a good recruiting class and a good transfer portal. So I think that we'll see how it plays out, but I think they could be one.
Jackson Arnold can get it together because they got the wide receivers to go.
Oh
yeah.
Well, hey, I saw that video of him getting yelled at by the coach. So they're obviously
that was hilarious.
Their season's over. It is what it is. That's what everybody online says.
Hugh Freeze cares about length and girth.
Yeah. Who doesn't? It's like, come on. Oh, geez. Anybody else got a team that might?
I was surprised the Aggies.
Because
they're at least guaranteed to get you 8 wins, right?
Yeah.
Because 8 and 4 is kind of their thing, but
8 and 4 is kind of
the Aggies didn't get picked.
Yeah, I agree.
I should have went there instead of Florida. Dang.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised Oklahoma with all the trendy of John Mateer, Jaden Ott, that nobody decided to jump on that train.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe Iowa State was mine from the Big 12, especially with Farmageddon coming up. They're on the mind, but I know people are questioning their loss at production out wide. But I still like what they got at quarterback too. I think he's really, really good quarterback. But guys, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm a little bit surprised about Indiana, to be honest. Like one of the easier non-conference schedules in the country. They were there and forgotten. Everyone forgot about them.
Sorry.
One of the easier non-conference schedules in the country, and that's one where I think they have a decent floor. Like I think the floor is about 8 wins. Now that the ceiling may not be much higher than that with road games against Oregon.
I think the ceiling's 9 if the floor is 8. I think.
But it's all about that Illinois game. But that's one where if they beat Illinois, it's like, oh man, why did we take Illinois early and Indiana was left off the board?
Yeah, oh man, I can't believe we forgot them.
Well, what's funny is with my last pick, it was down to basically every team we mentioned except the Aggies. It was down to Auburn, Oklahoma, Florida, and Indiana.
Man.
And I'm still surprised that I only have one SEC team on my list. That's just funny to me.
Well, everybody, again, this was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you all coming on. For people watching this, make sure you follow these guys, on their social medias. We'll talk about that in a second. Let us know who we missed and why the hell did we forget about them. I mean, flame us. I don't care. Do what you got to do. But we look forward to hearing from you online, of course, and in the YouTube comments. Gentlemen, before we go off, any last words and of course, plug your social media platforms, please. Jake, we'll start with you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having us. Anybody wants to follow us, we're over on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you can find it at Walk On Red Shirts. Also, we have a website, thewalkonredshirts.com. All sorts of content. I think we just actually today crossed 100,000 views on our website. So that was pretty good. That was pretty cool. Go check us out. We'll have tons of stuff coming out through this year and at least one, if not 2 podcasts a week.
All right, Justin.
Yeah, you can find us over at Updog Sports Talk. That is on all platforms, including YouTube and wherever else you get your podcasts. We've got a few more conference previews coming out. We just had Maction come out today. Sunbelt Conference USA coming down the pipeline. We've had write-ups of basically every team in college football, including the ones that haven't been covered that much by larger media networks. And yeah, we're excited for the season.
Oh yeah, Chris.
Yeah, you can follow us at CFB_SZN on YouTube. We do a show twice a week. We're about to do our playoff prediction show and week 0 preview. We've made it a goal. We don't like y'all guys. Y'all, I listen to all y'all show. Y'all do the same thing. We don't talk none of that house stuff. None of the, all the other extra stuff. Just don't go to my Twitter because that's where I do scream like an old man about it. If you just don't go to my Twitter. You can go to the show Twitter account, same name at CFP_SZN, but don't go to mine because I'll be screaming about that all the time. But yeah, we're on YouTube, so just come check us out Thursday night.
Oh yeah, and Trev, as for us, it's we're done with preview season, and it's time for week 0. Look for more graphics on Twitter and stuff coming out. Just to show our picks, and other than that, Sunday nights we go live to talk recap for each week, and we look forward to having you guys. Trev, anything?
No, that pretty much covers it. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys again. We appreciate you. Hope you had a good time watching it. We'll see you around.
Take it easy.